Natasha, and thank you so much for joining me today. Well, we are going to be doing a bit of a different style card today. This is a fun one, and this is old by any stretch of the imagination. This was not my idea. This has been done many times, but this is the first time I have done it. I'm going for sort of old-ish, vintagey-ish, sort of warm coloured papers is what I was aiming for, and so I'm actually going to use these two. Now these are from the volume 1 of Tim Holtz backdrops, this packet here, and I just have bits and pieces left from this now. This one is pretty good, and I like the thickness, the weight of the papers is a really nice weight, and so obviously with the front and back being different designs, it gives you a really good range, which I appreciate. But basically you can choose to do this with any papers that you have, any designs that you have, you could create the paper, create the backgrounds. Anything that you have is going to work. So by all means, ignore the style of the card, but you could recreate the actual workings of the card, but you don't have to go with these colors or theme or anything like that. But we are going to be making a circle pocket card today. Now this is pretty fun, but so simple. I'm going to be using a circle die. I have the Hero Arts Infinity circle dies, and I really just need 2 circles. Now I'm trying to decide how much writing I want on this pink bit here. We're actually going to be cutting this circle in half, but what part of this sheet do I want? Do I want less writing or do I want more writing? Trying to decide. Now, a little bit of this will be covered up, to be fair, but honestly, I was just winging it. I'm always winging it with my card making. I never really have an end design in mind as such, or an end goal of what it is going to be laid out like. And so, yeah, you're just coming along on the journey with me. Now, as I said, you could be doing this in the most sweetest modern colors, plaids. You could do backgrounds from gel prints. You could use any paper pad, any paper pack. Of course, the beauty of using a paper pack is that all the colors are going to coordinate. That makes life a whole lot easier. So the world is truly your oyster. You can use whatever you like and make your cards in whichever style you prefer. I have cut out this circle here, and all I'm going to use is I want one more circle from that set that is going to be smaller. Now I actually go 2 sizes smaller just so it fits in really nicely, but you might have, I don't know, you might want to make mini ones of these, and you could use circle punches to do the same thing. This is going to be the backdrop kind of my card front, should I say, of my card base. And so this has a tiny little bit of writing down the bottom that was bothering me, so I decided to actually change this and make it just a tiny bit smaller too. The fact that it just had one tiny bit of writing, it didn't look right. So I have my card base here, and my card base is going to be 5 by 5 inches. So everything is working basically smaller from there. So my card front is 4.5 by 4.5 inches. I'm using vanilla malt cardstock from Fawn to be my card base. Now this bit here, this is just a scrap piece of paper because I am going to add in just a quick little bit of color. Now I'm checking it on the scrap to make sure it was going to work color wise, but this is Victorian Velvet Oxide, Distress Oxide ink, and I'm just using a little finger dauber to pop a little bit around the edges. At this point I was sort of trying to warm it up and get the color scheme all working in together a little bit, because of course I'm going to start using things from different packets, and then you have to sort of try and work it together a little bit, but that's okay. You'll see how it all comes together, and it definitely goes in a different direction than I originally anticipated, but that's fine. I add a little bit of liquid glue to the back of this. Although this card has like a few layers to it, it doesn't have a whole lot of dimension as such. It's not super thick, so I definitely could put this through the mail, as I know some people prefer the rectangle cards for the mail because square cost more, and by all means put this on a rectangle, that will look beautiful too. I was actually reminded of these beautiful backdrops papers because I was doing a project, another video for my website. I have a card making A to Z series that I'm doing throughout this whole entire year, and so those videos are for the members on my website. I have a brand new website, and there is going to be a whole lot of things going on there. There's already some card making classes. And those are usually between 6 and 8 videos, individual videos, and they focus on one element each session. And we sort of build on those elements and go from simple to more complicated within the card making class. But yeah, I was doing a video for one of the videos on there, and these backdrops were on my desk, and I thought I need to use these a bit more. I really like them. Make sure I use them up. So I have cut my circle in half, and as you can see, out of the vanilla malt cardstock, I've cut another circle which is slightly smaller. It's actually 2 sizes in the Hero Arts Infinity dies smaller than the pink one. Now, about here, I had gone around that pink one with a little bit of brown ink, and about here, I'm sitting and thinking, because I am thinking that I need to sort of bring these all together a little bit somehow, and I think I'm going to go around the edges with some brown ink, even though I had gone around with the pink, and I was trying to keep this not too brown, but you know, things end up that way. And just like you, I have to stop and pause and think, and I change my mind, and I go back on my decisions and all those wonderful things. And I'm here to say, in case you don't already know, that all of that is a-okay. It is awesome. It is part of the process. It's part of the enjoyment of card making. Now, I recently got in a few little bits and pieces. I've been really loving ephemera recently. But I am a little bit picky with what I like because I really don't love the big white borders on things. Now, in this pack here, let me just go through a little bit of it because I was just checking in. Now, these big flowers, these big floral arrangements do have a white border. However, because of the colors used in the background, I felt like I was able to cover those up with some ink. But interestingly, even these beautiful, delicate, fine little elements here don't have the white border. So this is from Mintay Papers, the antique shop, and there are some gorgeous elements in here. I am definitely finding some good little things recently that I've been loving, and I am going to have to work really hard to not hoard them and try and make sure I keep using them. So there are little scissors, there are little stacks of books, there are I looked immediately as soon as I opened the pack, I saw this gramophone. Well, I guess they were originally called phonographs, and then they changed to gramophone, and then since the 1940s, pretty much have been called record players. And so anyway, I saw this and I really, really loved it. And so I kind of got stuck on that. There are several different sizes of these things. I think there's maybe 3 or so different sizes. But as I said, none of these have the white borders around them, which I absolutely love. I love the stacks of book. I love the scissors. I love the flowers. I really like this set. And so I'm going to add on a few of these elements. Now, these gorgeous flowers, there are lots of ways that you can go about decorating and using today's project. So the circle is going to slide inside of the half circle if we hadn't gotten there already. And so I'm going to sort of decorate the front of the circle. I quite like to add an extra little personalized written message on the back side, this side here, of this circle. Now, that's obviously not necessary. You can make this as decorative, as, embellished as you would like to. You can go all out if you wish, so that's definitely something to do. I'm just going to use it as a bit of an insert. Sometimes I even pop like a photo or something on the back of that person, or a nice memory of us together. This one is for a specific person I was creating this for in mind, and so I know I was able to add the details later. Of course, those I won't have on camera. But just know that, you can decorate that inner circle in so many different ways. Now, I put on the half pink circle, and you just want to do the very curved edge with glue because we're creating a pocket. So make sure that you don't close it up by doing the straight edge. Don't glue the straight edge, just the curved part. And all we want to do is go right around the very edge because we don't want the glue to sort of seep in and creep in and make that pocket too small. And then I tend to pull the circle in and out a little bit, a few times, just so that it slides in and out much easier. Now, as a little handle, a little something to hold on to, I'm actually going to be using a type chip from Tim Holtz. Now, they look like metal, but actually they are just, like probably cardstock or lightweight cardboard or something like that. They're paper essentially. So you are able to fold these, you're able to cut these, all the good things, and I'm going to use this as a little tab to hold onto, to easily pull out that circle to encourage the recipient of the card to use it as, you know, pull out the circle and have a look. But before I was about to put away all of these little ephemera pieces, and then I thought, actually, I'm going to pop a couple on the inside of the card too, because these are gorgeous and I kind of couldn't help myself. The little suitcase, the little watering can, all the good things are just so cute. But I really like the idea. That sewing machine, all of it is really cute. But I thought actually I would just put in a mini little gramophone there. I thought that looked beautiful. And so it matched the outside. It looked really nice. And then I also saw there's a lot of little buttons in here as well. Again, none of these have the white border, which I very much appreciate. So I'm going to pop a couple of these down the side there. This is not necessary. You don't have to decorate the inside by any means, but since I had these all out on my desk, and I love that there are lots of each kind. There are 3 or 4 of every single design, all in different sizes and things, so I don't feel like I have to hoard them. I know I've still got extras, which is a terrible mindset to have, but nonetheless, that's okay. That's just how my brain works. Then I'm going to pop all of these away, and as I said, these will be featuring again soon. In fact, I've already filmed some more videos using these. These are so beautiful, right up my alley. Now, I do know that there is also a paper pad, there is also ephemera pieces, other kits and things, single sheets that you can purchase, all of this collection. This is the only thing I got from this collection. It's what I really liked the look of and thought I could use. So by all means, I will link some of those down below if you're interested, but these are just gorgeous. Now here I can just easily bend this type chip. I'm going to do it in half and then just use some art glitter glue just because it is paper. So I'm gluing paper to paper, which is perfect. And this is going to be a little handle or a pull tab or something so that person knows to pull it out and either read the message or see the photo or whatever I have attached onto the other side of this. So just a different style of card for today, but a really fun one nonetheless. Now, if you have already created a card like this before, or you were inspired by this, or you've given this one a go, whether you've copied it exactly or you've taken little pieces of inspiration, then I would love to see your versions, and the easiest way to do that is, of course, over on our Facebook group. I cannot say enough times about the amazing community that we have over there. The supportive nature of everybody who has joined that group is just amazing, and I'm really grateful for it. It means a lot to be able to share your work and share things on the internet. It can be a little step or a big step for people to be able to share their work and their creations. So I appreciate the kind and caring nature of those who are there. And even I still get nervous every single video release. I still get really nervous. But with the amount of beautiful comments that I get down below, that is definitely what helps me to keep publishing and keep creating, and the idea that I just want everybody to really enjoy this hobby. So thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.